setup for FPV shooting. What did I choose? That's exactly how last week's video ended. If you haven't seen it, here's a hint. That's where I learned to fly FPV, specifically the Cetus Pro. Today, however, I'm going to tell you what I chose and why. And how you can save money on a seemingly fairly expensive hobby. And an important clarification, I'm not a professional at this, just a beginner. So anything I'm going to say is my subjective opinion. After watching tons of vids about it. So, I had 3 options. Ready-made kit, all individually and assemble the drone yourself. The choice was all on its own. Because off-the-shelf kit is expensive and not super in everything. For example, the DJI Avatar is quite loud. It has an altitude limit of 500 meters and is heavy. And it's too long and complicated to assemble the drone on your own. Now let's go through each component in detail, that is unpacked. I preferred the Cinelog 20 because of its price and size. And since winter is long enough, I'll mostly be flying indoors. I mean, it's good that it's small. Just a few months ago, I had my drone taken away from me. If you suddenly haven't seen this vlog, I think you know what to do. So the fact that it's small and quiet is the most important thing to me. It also has a new DJI 3 air unit communication system. We'll come back to that. And by the way, I bought all this before the moment when the dollar cost 100 rubles, so the drone cost 11,000 cheaper. Jumper T Pro LRS V2, as the connection is good and it is cheaper than the more popular TBS Tango 2. The main thing to do when selecting is to click on LRS, not TBS. I also originally bought a 900 MHz F8 Team, and as it turns out, it doesn't connect. The 2.4 GHz version connects. That's what FPV is all about. You can buy everything you need, but something will easily not fit. So be sure to pay close attention. That goes for me, too. I'd like to point out what a great case for such small ND filters. Uncomfortable. I don't think it's necessary to say that they're needed for cinematic blurring. You already know all that. I think these are the most popular goggles for FPV. I bought them on Avita, so I got them with a crystal patch that focuses the signal in a certain direction. The cool thing is that you can use the glasses and remote from the Cetus kit. The most important thing when selecting is to click on the analog version. And yes, those glasses and remote are practically nothing, the connection is very poor. On the other hand, it's not that expensive and you're already starting to fly a drone with a camera. Honestly, I've underfed this man of the earth charger, so I don't have much to say about it. Seems good. But keep in mind that you need an XT30 to XT60 adapter to charge these batteries. It's working. Important addendum. No links in the description because I still don't have a sponsor. If you want to be my sponsor, write to this email, we'll make a deal. Right now I have everything I need to fly. And let me, for the sake of experimentation, try plugging it all in without watching a tutorial on how to do it all. We'll see if it works or not. I may be disappointing you, but if you've never hooked up an FPV kit, you're not going to make it. In order to figure out how to connect everything, I spent a whole day watching different videos and reading articles. If you don't want all that hassle, you can get a professional to set it up for you. There's a lot of them on Avita, like this one helped me. Or buy a ready-made FPV kit from DJI. It's simple and straightforward. I did it. I've got it all hooked up. Now let's get this thing in the air. I'm a little worried, to be honest. I hope I don't break it. It's noisier and much more stable now. I can feel the wind. There he is. I'm gonna try to fly through the hole. Well, overall it's actually a lot easier to drive than those little ones. It's okay. Everything's under control. Phew. Not the easiest thing I've ever done in my life, but interestingly the immersion is even better due to the fact that this helmet is digital and the picture is much better than on an analog helmet. This is what it looks like with an analog helmet, and this is what it looks like with a digital helmet. And there's a helmet for 20 grand more, which is why I didn't buy it. It has a picture in 1080p and this one is only 720, although in terms of everything it's quite enough. Now let's talk about video recording. A lot of people shoot on GoPro because of the great quality, great stabilization, you can strip it down to naked. So it will only weigh a few dozen grams. But in my case, nothing. I mean, I don't have any camera, just a DJI 3 system. But just it can shoot pretty good video up to 120 FPS in 4K, in 10-bit of course. Plus, this system allows the drone to fly quite far. Yes, naturally some GoPro 11 shoots and stabilizes better, but by doing so I was able to save money. I'll buy a GoPro when I have the money, but for now it's great. Let's move on to editing. This is what the footage looks like. And there's a gyro data file along with it. It is needed for more information to further stabilize. In the gyro flow program, it did. And then the standard Scorpiloso process of video editing, color collection, the design itself, and so on. Here's what I got. If anything, these are just some of the first flights, so don't judge harshly. Thank you for watching. This video was really challenging, so feel free to subscribe, like, comment and watch all the rest of the videos you haven't watched, for example. Anyway, support this format and fly drones. Bye.